You may think a cat gets irritated only when it hisses, swats, or runs away. But long before that, discomfort usually starts in much quieter ways. Very often, what humans call harmless affection is simply too much from a cat's point of view. And if you miss those softer signals, your cat may stop trying to stay gentle about them. So here are 10 habits that often make cats uncomfortable, even when people mean no harm. The first habit is staring directly into a cat's eyes for too long. Many people do this without thinking, especially when the cat looks beautiful or expressive. But for cats, a fixed stare can feel far more intense than humans realize. It removes softness from the moment and turns attention into pressure. What matters most is not just eye contact, but how long it lasts and how still your body becomes. Now, if the cat starts looking away, blinking less, or shifting its ears, that is already part of the answer. Sometimes, respect begins by making your presence softer, not stronger. The second habit is petting a cat long after the cat has stopped enjoying it. People often assume that if a cat came close once, it wants the same touch to keep going. But comfort can change in seconds, especially when touch becomes repetitive or too direct. A cat may stay near you and still want the contact to end. The small signs matter: skin twitching, tail flicking, head turns, or tension through the shoulders. If you wait for a bite or a swat, you have already missed the gentler warning. Sometimes the kindest touch is the one that stops a little earlier. The third habit is picking a cat up suddenly, especially when it was resting or not expecting contact. What many people do it out of love, not realizing how startling the loss of footing can feel. For a cat, being lifted without preparation means losing control of balance and escape at once. Even a cat that sometimes enjoys being held may hate the surprise of it. What matters is not only whether you pick the cat up, but when, how fast, and from what angle. If the body stiffens before you even lift, the cat is already telling you enough. Sometimes, trust is not about holding them close, but about letting them stay grounded. The fourth habit is touching sensitive places like the belly, paws, tail, or lower back without invitation. People often test these spots out of curiosity or affection. But cats do not treat every part of the body as equally available. Some areas carry vulnerability, some carry balance, and some simply become too intense too quickly. That is why a cat may enjoy one kind of touch and dislike another only inches away. If the cat flinches, licks the lips, or turns its head sharply, do not dismiss that detail. Sometimes, the problem is not touch itself, but the exact place where it lands. The fifth habit is filling a cat's space with strong smells like perfume, scented cleaners, or citrus sprays. Humans often notice the room first. Cats notice the air inside it. A strong scent can cover the familiar smell map that helps a cat feel oriented and safe. When that map changes too fast, the whole room can feel slightly wrong. You may only see it as avoidance, hesitation, or a refusal to settle where the smell is strongest. And if the scent sits on bedding, furniture, or your hands, the discomfort can follow the cat closely. But sometimes what bothers a cat most is not what it sees, but what it can no longer recognize. The sixth habit is moving important things too often, like beds, bowls, scratching posts, or the litter box. People like refreshing a room, but cats build security through stable placement. A familiar object does not feel the same when its position changes more than expected. The body remembers routes, angles, and safe stops long before we notice those patterns exist. So when a key object moves, the whole routine may feel slightly broken to the cat. If the cat hesitates, watches from a distance, or stops using something right away, pay attention to that. Sometimes, discomfort does not come from the object itself, but from the world no longer matching memory. The seventh habit is cornering a cat, blocking its path, or reaching in when it has nowhere to go. People often do this by accident, especially in small rooms or tight furniture spaces. But a cat feels safer when escape remains possible, even if it never plans to use it. The option matters as much as the movement. When the route disappears, even gentle attention can turn into pressure. That is why a cat may tense, flatten, or lash the tail before anything louder happens. Sometimes, peace depends less on affection than on leaving one clear way out. The eighth habit is bringing loud, sudden energy near a cat's face, like cheering, fast phone videos, or sharp laughing. Humans usually think the moment is playful, but a cat often experiences sudden sound and motion as one hard wave hitting the body at once. Even if it stays in the room, that does not always mean it is comfortable. And the details to watch are freezing, crouching, ears turning sideways, or the body pulling inward. And when this repeats often, the cat may start avoiding the person before the noise even begins. Sometimes what feels fun to us only teaches a cat to brace. The ninth habit is waking a cat repeatedly from deep sleep just because it looks cute, soft, or reachable. People do this more than they realize. But sleep is one of the few times when a cat fully gives up control of the body. Interrupting that rest again and again can make even a loving home feel less predictable. The first signal may be small, like choosing a higher spot, a farther room, or a more hidden nap place. And that change matters, because cats often move away from discomfort before they protest it directly. But sometimes the best way to love a sleeping cat is to let the dream finish. The 10th habit is forcing a cat to meet guests, strangers, or children before it has chosen the distance itself. People often want the cat to be friendly quickly, especially when visitors are excited. But for cats, new people are not only faces. They are voices, smells, movement, and unknown intention. That is a lot to process without the chance to retreat first. A cat that hides, watches from far away, or returns only in short checks is not being rude. It may simply be asking for the one thing that makes social moments possible: choice. Because with cats, trust arrives fastest when it is never chased.